To quote George McPhee when he arrived on set, Tony, you're going to need a phone book on this chair after your last guest, Chris Pronger. George McPhee is here, though, and with your work at the draft now done, free agency becomes the next thing on your list. What's your number one priority as we inch towards July 1?
Well, how do I answer that?
Does that mean I asked a good question?
Any way you like.
Yeah. We'll fly back tonight and get on the phone tomorrow and see what's going on and try to sort things out.
We got, there's been some buzz that John Tavares looks like he's going to listen to some offers. The courting period's going to begin. Would you like to be in the mix there?
Honestly, I can't answer that question because he's the property of the New York Islanders.
Yeah. The courting period does start, right? So that is, I guess you go through that process, then is what you're saying with that.
Well, we'll talk to whoever we can talk to, but I can't speak to that today.
Okay, how about your guys? You got James Neal and David Perron, who are unrestricted guys. Any feeling either way how that's going to play out over the next several days?
Not sure.
Okay.
We've made our offers and they haven't been accepted at this point, so we'll see what happens.
Go through the process.
Well, you know, coming off of a season, you reach the Stanley Cup final, you exceed expectations by a country mile. When you look at the team that you had last year, what areas of the game do you think you can improve your roster?
These are real straightforward questions you're asking me, but it's, if I were to identify what I wanted to improve and then didn't improve it, then I get beat up in the newspapers the next day. So we'll just try to make the team better somehow.
All right, I'll ask you one more, and then we'll get to some other things. But William Karlsson is an RFA, so that's a different circumstance. How do those kind of negotiations differ from some things that are obviously an unrestricted guy you could lose? How does it play out with someone like Karlsson?
Well, you approach it with the same sort of interest and maybe urgency as free agents. He's an important player to us. We've had conversations, and we'll talk as much as we can and as much as we have to get something done.
Well, now that the draft is done, how would you assess how you guys did in terms of targeting and getting the players that you wanted coming in?
Well, I won't be able to remember all the picks, but there's
a few of them,
because you seldom do at the end of the draft. You have to sort of sit down and look at what you did, because there's not a lot of time for reflection during the draft. You just focus on the next thing. But we accomplished what we thought we could when we first decided to trade our first-round pick. It was the type of draft that once you get through that middle part of the first round, last part of the second round and most of the second round was really similar players. And so we thought we could get someone that we could have taken at 30 later, and we actually did. The guy we took, we had rated at 30. And we got him at 61. So we're either right or we're really wrong.
Yeah, and the thing with drafts, too, is that you don't know until the years go by and you see what happens. Well, listen, thanks for taking time to join us on the set. The picks have been made.
And, George, thanks for all the time you've given us over the course of the entire season. You've been so generous with your time. We really appreciate it.
Well, I really appreciate it, and we're just trying to promote this game.
Yeah.